Alright, hello and welcome to Openboosters. 3 things that kind of irk me that are not in Amonkhet that I think should have been in Amonkhet are here, and we're going to talk about it. Now, the Amonkhet set is actually pretty cool. It's actually really good. And once I get the boxes and the cards and that kind of stuff, I'll be able to talk about that a little bit better, because I like having the cards in hand and talking about it. But we're going to talk about 3 things. Let's do this. Alright. Alright, let's talk about the first thing. Embalmed is going to be what we're talking about here. So, we have a creature. It goes to the graveyard. Then you cast Embalmed. It goes to exile, but you get a token. Crazy. That's wonderful. So now it's in exile, and that's where it ends. So I really wanted them to bring back a similar card to All Hallows Eve. Put 2 counters on this card. Remove a counter during your upkeep. When you remove the last counter from All Hallows Eve, all players take all creatures from their graveyards and put them directly into play. Treat these creatures as though they were just summoned. You choose what order they come into play. Craziness. But what I wanted them to do is create a similar card. So maybe white and 3, and instead of just random counters, it would steal brick counters from your artifacts. So now the brick counters are actually being used for something. And so it could bring back your embalmed creatures from exile. And it would only work on embalmed creatures that are in exile. And it would work for you and opponent if that's fine too, because that's the way All Hallows Eve worked. And I thought that was going to be there. I thought it was really going to be kind of cool because I heard this in the trailer. And I figured that would be the name of the card. Why isn't it in there? Because it would have been cool, right? And so when you do that, it's just, I really thought, and then the brick counters, they don't mean anything. They're just counters. You just call them bricks for no apparent reason. But this way they would have a reason, and I would expect other spells to do the same thing, where you extract these brick counters and put them on stuff, right? And they serve some kind of purpose instead of just being a counter. They're a counter. That's all they are. They're not really bricks. They're nothing. And I just, you know, it's just annoying. And I thought that this would be kind of cool, because then they're actually pulling stuff off. You got the brick counters now, and then you're putting them up. I mean, I'm not saying that the cards that they created with the brick counters are bad, because they're really actually quite good. Well, one of them is way better than the others, and that's because you can actually eventually cast spells for 0 mana. But, you know, so that one, I mean, is phenomenal. So the brick counter cards themselves are actually pretty good. But I wanted to do more with the actual brick counters, and because they're supposed to be a big thing, and they're not. They're just counters. It's just lame, and that annoys me. And the other thing I wanted to do with embalmed creatures is use them in exile for damage. So let's say you have a white and 1 spell, and for X is actually equal to the number of embalmed creatures in exile that you controlled at one point. They're in exile, so you don't really control them while they're on the board, but they're in your exile zone. And then you can deal X damage and gain X life to target creature or player. I thought that spell was kind of coming too. And that didn't come either, because then you're using your embalmed creatures in exile, and it's kind of like they're there, but they're not really there. And I just, you know, but this card should have actually made it. And I thought that it would have been warranted. I mean, it's part of the Legends set after all. I mean, who is in Legends? This guy. Oh yes, I'm here, and then I'm not Amonkhet, so I just go this way. I mean, you know, and it would have been perfect. It would have been a nice head nod to the Legends set, and I don't know. I just thought it would be perfect. Anyway, let's have enough of that. Let's talk about something else. Okay, the next thing. Cycling! Yes, cycling has returned to Magic the Gathering in Standard. Oh my goodness, everyone's going, cycling! Cycling! Yeah, cycling, I hear you, cycling, it's fantastic! Oh my goodness, cycling, yay! And so you see the invocations that they come out with, and they choose other stuff, yada yada yada. And I don't see cycling. There should have been this. Why wasn't there this? Fluctuator, right? It's cycling cost you up to 2 less to play. Why is this not in there? It's not even a part of the reserved list. This should have been there. This is Urza Saga. Cycling has returned. This would be a great thing to put in there as a masterpiece or invocation, or whatever you want to call it, because it's cool, right? It's from Urza Saga. This should have been there. And cycling was big. It was big news. And it's not there. And this is Urza Saga is the first set that it came out in, and it's not there. It's not even representative. It's like, cycling, whatever, who cares? But everybody was excited about it. So you would think that this was in there. No, they put Dark Ritual, which you could pick up from an Ice Age pack, which is like, what, 20 cents? 50 cents? I don't know. You can get an Ice Age Dark Ritual for 50 cents. This costs $10 or $13, depending on the condition of the card. And it's not there. They should have made this, and it would make more sense. One of them should have been this. I don't get it. And that one blew my mind, because I really, really expected this to be in there. Because cycling has returned. Yes. Oh, I was so like, what? That's it? Where's this? All right. Enough of that. All right, the last thing. Oh, look. It's Nicol Bolas. Oh, where have we seen him before? I don't know, but he's not in Amonkhet. But he could have been in the invocations. Or, you know, they have the other god cards there. They couldn't have thrown that. I mean, think about it. If you would have put the original picture, even with that Egyptian art, all that stuff that's around the border that you can read some of the time, but it's there. It would have been perfect. If you would have put the original art with this around it, everybody would have wanted this card, because it's the original picture in a new card. I mean, who wouldn't have wanted that? I would have wanted that. I would have wanted to put that in a graded thing, get it a 10 grade, and put it out there. I mean, that's what it would have been awesome, because he would have been represented in the actual set without being represented in the actual set. He's in the masterpieces, so what? You know? That's a collection card kind of thing, and it doesn't really matter, because he's not a part of the set. He's just inside there. It's just kind of like having the dark Ritual in there. He's not really a part of the set, but it's there. And this would have been perfect. 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 I mean, come on. Look at that. You could have put this inside one of those brand new foils and masterpieces, invocations, and it would have been awesome. And you would have sold everything. Everything would have been sold. Every distributor would lose them, because everybody would want this in the new slot with the old picture. And it would have been just perfect. But they didn't do it. They just said, we're just going to put the gods in there. Yeah, we're good with that. And I think they completely missed it. Oh, look at that. Why wouldn't they do that? It's awesome. Every old school player would go out and buy a box and hope that this is in there. Oh my goodness. So yeah. There we go. But anyways, the set itself is great. And I agree with that. I think that the set is actually really well done. I'm looking forward to getting my boxes and opening for the show, and then I'll talk about probably the cards themselves that I'm looking forward to getting. Like I said, the set's not bad. The set is not bad. But the things that I didn't see kind of irk me, but it's not that bad. I mean, the set itself is great. R&D did a really good job on the actual set, and I really enjoy the actual set coming out, and I can't wait to play with the cards. But I figured you might be interested in my thoughts and comments and showing you this. Oh, so perfect, right? It'd be great if it was just shiny and with Egyptian stuff around it. All right. Anyways, have a nice day. This is Openboosters. Hit the like button, subscribe, make a comment. Hope you like this kind of thing. And all right, talk to you again real soon.